All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 26 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24, and happy Jackie Robinson Day. Yes, today is the day to pay tribute to the man who broke baseball's color barrier. And it's not only that, like to pay tribute to Jackie Robinson, but it should also pay tribute to we should also remember what he had to endure in order to give the likes of Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, all these guys that were kept from playing in Major League Baseball. You know, he had to endure racism beyond anything that you or I or anyone else who living today could possibly even imagine. But yet he endured it. He did it at a very successful level and opened the doors for African Americans to be able to play Major League Baseball. So that's the thing we should be remembering here, is what he endured in order to break open the doors for players. You know? So to do that, SDS has released its annual Jackie Robinson Day program. There are two programs here. You have the Jackie Robinson Day event program, where you could get James Biz Mackey, and you could also earn a Jackie Robinson Day pack, which will give you John Donaldson, Josh Gibson, Gunnar Henderson, Oh, no, now I got a gun for Jacob deGrom. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, Jacob deGrom, I got to go get that card. You got Scott Rowland, Michael Harris, Willie Mays, Corbin Carroll, David Justice, Larry Doby, Ryan Howard, Rap Dixon, William Judy Johnson, Jonathan India, Oscar Charleston, Leon Day, and Tony Stone. So you can earn all that in the Jackie Robinson event program. And if you go over here to the Jackie Robinson Day program, you can earn a ton of cards as well. You can earn Jackie Robinson himself, his Negro Leagues card. You can also earn Dontrell Willis, his Rookie of the Year card. Walter Buck Leonard, his Negro Leagues card. You got Montford Monty Irvin. You got Chris Bryant. You have Hank Thompson. And then, of course, you have Henry Aaron, also known as Hank Aaron. So you have all that. You also have another Jackie Robinson Day pack there that you can earn. So you can earn a lot here. 42. You can also, if you did the Negro Leagues, guys, okay? If you did them, I would suggest you guys collect them, because that'll help you towards getting some progress in the program. And I'm already at 15 program stars. I think these are the only, that's about as far as I could go. Yeah, because I don't think I have, I don't have Ray Dandridge yet. I don't have Smokey Joe Williams, and I don't have Willard Brown either. So these guys I'll worry about later. Ooh, there's a Jackie Robinson collection. which if you collect all 42 guys, you can earn 94 overall Jackie Robinson, but you can also earn Satchel Paige and Carlos Beltran along the way. So as you can see, I already did that, or I already earned a few of them. It's only 7. There's also a showdown as well, so make sure you guys do this as well. And you can earn some of the cards along the way. You can earn Luis Heel. You can earn Andy Cooper, Bill Foster, Jose Mendez, and Bullet Joe Rogan. So all the content is here. It's up for everyone to grab. Oop. What I wanted to do was go to the store. Yeah, there it is. We also have a new card in the chase pack. That's Cody Bellinger. Make sure you also get your free C Connect uniforms as well. They're free. Oh, he's been there? Oh, I thought he was just thrown in there. That's the first time I'm seeing him. Okay, whatever. And then Headliners Pack 4 gives you Spencer Strider. Now, I don't really necessarily care for this. I'm just grabbing them just to grab them. Do the Royals next. But anyway, as Whoopin', how you doing? Hoopin', hello, Dodger. I see you. Yeah, you're saying the Mets are boring. Yeah. Although I will say that Nolan McLean was worth watching last night. The fact that he went toe-to-toe with Yoshinobu Yamamoto last night, pretty impressive. I know Yamamoto went 2/3 of an inning longer than McLean did, but you know what? I thought it was an amazing battle between two really good pitchers. Hey, it was a pitcher's duel, and you know what? As a baseball fan, I can appreciate that from time to time. Nice. At least it wasn't a shutout. I mean, to be fair, it could have been. So, but you know what? I was happy with McLean's performance, so that's about all I could take away as a Mets fan. I don't even think getting Juan Soto back is going to be enough for us. You know, I hate to say it, but I just don't think that's going to be enough. Because the Mets were struggling even with Juan Soto in the lineup. Don't forget that they were 3-4 with him before he got hurt. And then they went on their 7 or their and then they beat the Giants like for the next 3 games, so they were at 7-4. and then became 8-4. Wait, am I remembering this right? Maybe I'm not. Ooh, look at that. We got Rick Farrell. Nice. All right, so we need some stolen bases, home runs, total bases, innings pitched, and we need parallel XP. We also need some parallel XP with Jackie Robinson. We need parallel XP with Negro Leagues, awards, and or rookie series players. 42 hits. Yeah, I already did this. What do you say we go check out? Actually, there is one more thing that I forgot to take a look at. This. We have a Jackie Robinson conquest map, and you can earn some cards along the way. You can earn 88 overall Drake Baldwin, Leroy Matlock, Michael Fulmer, and Turkey Stearns. So for completing the entire map. And I'm sure you can earn some packs along the way too. But I wanted to do the showdown for Jackie, so we'll do that because that way we can earn even more cards. Well, we're definitely going to want Jackie 94. Let's see. Could use some power, so I guess that's Oscar Charleston. And then we're going to put Stearns. Okay, well, he could be DH. That's fine. Buck Leonard. Yeah, Buck Leonard. Yeah, I definitely want Ryan Howard. But I could use some speed here. I need some speed. David Justice. Yeah, it's going to have to be Michael Harris II. Then Gunner. You thought the Mets were going to win? No. No, there was no shot they were winning. Okay, good. It looks like we have our lineup pretty much set. They decided to do a lot of secondary positions, which is fine by me. A lot of lefties in this. Look at this. Michael Harris, the second. Ryan Howard, Gunnar Henderson, Turkey Stearns, Buck Leonard, Oscar Charleston. All lefties. Well, let's make sure we put our perks in. Enter with the game tied and take the lead before recording 15 outs. Okay. Eric Gagne. Interesting. Are we watching the same teams? Same team? Because I don't think they're fine. They got to turn it around. And this is the reason I say they're not fine. Okay? You know, April isn't always an indication of how a team is going to play. But when you think about it, the Mets are playing in cold weather. Okay? And when else do they play? Would they play in cold weather? Come the playoffs. And if they can't play well in cold weather, then how are they supposed to play well in the playoffs? I mean, they can't even play in warm weather. Well, then that's on the manager. That's on the manager to grow a pair and say, listen, this is not working. You guys need to figure this out. But the reality is that I don't think David Stearns, or not David Stearns, Carlos Mendoza is going to do it. I think he's weak. I think he doesn't get angry. He doesn't grow a pair. He's not a manager. He wants to be friends with everyone. You cannot be friends. You have to be a manager. If Francisco Lindor is struggling, yes, he had the one home run, but if he's struggling, he's a joke. That's what he is. And honestly, Hoopin, he got lucky. He got lucky in 2024. All right? Lindor got hot. OMG was really resonating with the fans. That's all it was. He just got lucky. Exactly. So Yamamoto made a mistake, and he didn't make a mistake after that. Because the only time the Mets got on base, I mean, Yamamoto retired 20 in a row. 20 before the Mets even got their next hit. Exactly. So he made a mistake. But he rebounded. On purpose for what? The only thing that was on purpose was Lindor hitting it a long way. I think Yamamoto just wanted to challenge. I think Yamamoto just wanted to challenge Lindor, knowing that Lindor was off his game. He said, you know what? I'll throw one over. And I want to challenge him, see if he'll actually swing. He did. But he didn't do anything after that. I don't think Yamamoto was worried. Even when he gave up that home run, I don't think he was worried. I think he knew the Dodgers would get it back. I just think that maybe he thought they would score more than one run before he had to get out of the in, or before he had to be taken out. Honestly, I'm surprised the Dodgers kept him in for as long as they did. And what's up with Diaz not pitching against the Mets? Like, why would they not want to throw Diaz in for a save situation? don't you think that you would further demoralize the Mets by having their former closer shut the door on them? I mean, honestly, I think anyone could have been thrown into that ninth inning and they would have gotten the save against the Mets. I mean, it was terrible. Alvarez, Semien, I believe, and they were swinging at whatever they could. Almost like they had given up. Man, this is not looking good. I was waiting for Diaz to come in. That's what I was doing. I was waiting for Diaz. Please do not tell me that the common card. Okay, the common card had the best, probably the best, or the loudest out in the entire at bat. A perfect. There we go. Jackie Robinson's got a hit. If it's even a save situation. Although it's been a few days now, so they may want to use him and keep him warmed up. You don't want to make the same mistake that the Mets made with him, which is only use him in save opportunities. Yep. Advantage, Ohtani. He's not Ohtani. He's not a pitcher like Ohtani. Exactly. He's a meh pitcher at best. Wow, Gunnar Henderson coming up clutch. The Yankees were literally one out away, and they gave up a home run to Gunnar Henderson. Yep. Like Bo Bichette being a third baseman for the Mets, even though he's never played third base before in his... Apparently the Mets thought he could be something else as a starter. I want you to understand who made this decision. David Stearns. The same guy who said that Polanco's going to play first, that Bichette is going to play third, and then Brett Beatty is going to be a right fielder in addition to being a first baseman. Same guy. You wouldn't mind having Tommy Pham as a bench player? You can have him. He's not serving any purpose for the Mets. What did you see with Cohen? Other than his tweet, which, quite frankly, I found insulting. Who's a good fighter? Pham? Like I said, you want him, you can have him. And yes, it was bad. It was borderline delusional. Almost like he thinks that us Mets fans are just gonna be like, oh yeah, we'll turn this around. We're on a 7-game losing streak. Yeah. 7 games a whole week. Here we go. This is his tweet. Nobody likes to lose, but I saw some quote-unquote green shoots tonight. On offense, Lindor had 2 hits, including a home run. Bichette got a double, hitting it to left field as opposed to being right field prone. Bench got a solid hit. Soto started his running progression today. Semien hit a shot that might have been a home run on a warmer night. And finally, McClain pitched an outstanding game going 7 innings. Hang in there, fans. We'll turn this around. I mean, that's delusional. You don't want to say, oh, I know I'm sorry, we're on a 7-game losing streak. We're trying our best here. You know, no. It's more of, oh, well, there were some positives. There ain't no positives when your team only scores 1 run. And that came in the first inning. So for the rest of the 8 innings, they did nothing. Nothing. So please, Steve Cohen, tell me how you're supposed to win on 1 run when your top pitcher can only go 7 innings. Because of Nolan McClain. Look, I think both the Dodgers and the Mets fans in that game knew it would ultimately come down to whichever bullpen stunk more. And last night we found out it was the freaking Mets. Now McLean, I think, went above and beyond. Yamamoto, I was not surprised. So it was all going to come down to the bullpen. And oh god. Again, this goes back to the Mets not having any offense. They couldn't hit against Blake Treinen? Come on. I know he's a solid reliever, but it's not like you couldn't get one hit with him. You couldn't. Like, come on. It is very frustrating to watch this Mets team right now. It is. Honestly, I was planning on going to Toronto later this year, and I was going to watch the Mets play the Blue Jays. Now I'm wondering if I even want to do that at all. Because by the time we get there, everyone may, or this team may not be the same. Hoopin, Padres fans don't like the Dodgers. Of course, if they're saying that, it's out of spite. From what I saw, there was no way that Yamamoto was cheating. I could be wrong, but just based on what I saw, I didn't see any cheating. And besides, if they are saying that, I point them to 2022 Wildcard Series, Joe Musgrove, and the little sticky, or the little, his ear being glossy as hell. Okay, so then call them out. Say, okay, you're going to make these accusations. What proof do you have? Where's your proof? You could say what you want, but if you're not going to show proof, then why'd you even bother saying it? Then fine, don't respond. That's up to you. Yeah, it's about 80. I think it's 80 degrees around my area. I have to look at my phone. I know SB Champ and I were talking about that yesterday. I mean, it was extremely hot yesterday. 86 degrees in New York right now. 86. And we're going to be up in the 80s for tomorrow and Friday, and then we go back down. All right, so there's Bill Foster. Yep. Well, first we're going to first they're going to be in Chicago, and then they're going to come back for a homestand against the Twins, Rockies, and Nationals, I believe. That might be the place where they turn it around. Or at least you would hope so. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to take out Michael Harris, the second, but then I lose speed. You know what? Let's put David Justice in at DH. Okay, Jose Mendez. Now we're trailing by 4 runs. Nice! Jackie Robinson with the home run. And not only that, but if you get those storylines, then you can get some progress in the Jackie Robinson program. Oh boy, Roy Campanella. Wow. We've scored 4 runs without even recording an out yet. There we go. There's the out. Spoke too soon. Warning track power. And watch, I go 18 more outs without a single run. Watch.
Ball, that's up.
I do like that they changed all the uniform numbers to 42 for today. I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, obliterated to right field. That'll do it.
Why is it impossible? There we go. There's Jose Mendez. And now tempted to go with Corbin Carroll here. Oh. Well, I don't think that sounds too bad to me. Could be wrong, but all right, cool. Think we've got our lineup set. Ready to take on Bullet Rogan. Sure, if you want to keep failing it. Ow. Oh my gosh. I just cracked my ankle.
Batting, the center fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Already not starting off well with Corbin Carroll grounding out there. Meanwhile, Jackie Robinson is just going to freaking get a ground rule double.
Two bases. Hey! Hey!
Oh, because you're on the switch? I could see how that could be a problem.
25 outs to go.
Oh, took a foul ball away. Darn it.
Now batting, third baseman, Gunnar Henderson.
Nope, foul ball. Mm. Okay. I thought maybe it was just console. Oh boy, I shouldn't have told Gunnar Henderson to steal. He's going to get a horrible jump. Yeah,
What do you got?
I knew he would get rung up on that. Come on, Turkey. Beat it, beat it, beat it. Ah. Yeah, some of them are. Like Bullet Joe Rogan. That's definitely a nickname. Turkey. I think his real name is Norman Stearns, but they gave him the nickname Turkey. What's up, Bubbles? How are ya? Had some errands to run. So, that's my fault. Woke up late, ran some errands, and decided to stream later on. It's too bad, too, because I was actually on a really good roll. I went undefeated in ranked seasons.
And a run is in the score.
No, I understand. I had my microphone muted by mistake.
One run left to score. Let's go.
Because my dad was like, "Yeah, you need to do your taxes," and it's like, I know I do. No, don't worry about it, Hoopin. You were working. You were working. What else? What else was I? Yeah, but I had to put in a note in the description that the stream was, or my mic was muted for over an hour,
Power.
which is pretty embarrassing. Definitely not my finest moment. That still doesn't take away from the it doesn't take away from the fact that it was great gameplay. Like I was still winning a lot of ranked seasons games, and I think it also shouldn't or this. What I want to say is that what I was saying in that time frame was not exactly important anyway, if I was even talking at all. The good news is that there was some sound. You could hear the crack of the bat, so at least you had that.
No, you're out.
I mean, I was kind of hoping they would have targeted Gunner, not the runner at second, but just means that Gunner can try and swipe the bag.
He's safe.
Nope, it was not. It was me putting my mic on mute by mistake and never taking it off. Well, not by mistake, but just a big mistake on my part for not turning it back on.
Just one run left to score. Let's do this.
But I appreciate that you said something, because had I kept going, there was no way I was going to...
Victory is theirs.
No, for sure. You know? I was going to do my whole outro and not even bother. So I'm glad that you said something, because I wouldn't have noticed. How would you have been able to? I didn't talk a lot in that stream. So, while I appreciate that, the reality is that it wouldn't have been you wouldn't have been able to do much, because you wouldn't have heard me. So the only new one is the only new one was the freaking Rangers player. Why was I blanking on that? I shouldn't have. All right, so I need Jackie Robinson. I mean, I'll do these cards later, because I don't think I could do them on stream. At least I don't think so. So what I'll do now is I'm going to create a lineup. So we need Jackie here. Oh, wait, he's shortstop. Okay, so we need Jackie there. Let's see. Whoops, that's postseason. No one for awards. No, no. Do I have anyone? Oh, jeez. Because of copyright, right? Let me throw in the pictures here. Oh yeah, I also have rookie of the year guys here too. Dontrell Rose and Luis Heel. And there's nobody who could play third, right? Yeah. Only cool Papa Bell. Well, he could play. Can Pop Lloyd play? He can't play. Although Roy Campanella can play third base, but that doesn't help me. Ooh, Jackie can play. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Boom. And there shouldn't be really anyone for the Negro Leagues or Rookie of the Year. So I could just keep going from there. All right, let me just. Now I gotta put this right. So Cool Papa Bell can stay where he is. Uh, I guess we'll leave Pop Floyd there. Mule should be top. Actually, Jackie Robinson needs to lead off so that we could get some extra base hits with him. Buck Leonard needs to be up there. So does Roy Campanella. And then we'll keep Monty Irvin and Bullet Rogan there. All right, I think we've got our lineup. Awesome. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to take on the map here, the 42 map. So, yeah, as did I. I don't know about good pitch. I think the Yankees have some quality pitchers on their team. Oops. I'm actually going to take these territories before I even decide to go after one of the strongholds. So, Hey, he pitched well against the Giants. Can't have too many here. So let's see. Red Sox and Twins forfeited the game. So what does that mean? Does that mean each team is taking an L? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this just needs to be 10. And then we could go after the first Dodger stronghold here. Okay, so I need it explained how that is. Like, says here the Red Sox won 9-5. Yeah, that didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. How could both teams forfeit? Someone has to win. Ooh, excuse me. Beautiful. So I wonder which one of the strongholds is actually the Dodgers one. Like, because this one only had 2 million fans on it, so this is like easy. Okay, all right. You saw your mistake. That's fine. Roy Campanella with the home run. After what they did to my Mets? No, they're getting murdered. They're getting slaughtered. That's it. They're done. This is revenge. But Peanut Johnson is getting some parallel XP. Yeah, I need stolen bases, so good opportunity here for Jackie Robinson. No, not at all. Why would you think you're the problem? Open yesterday, I barely had anyone in my chat. You can text, you can say something in the chat. That's not a problem. I don't understand why you think it would be a problem. If anything, it's good for me because it keeps me talking about something. Because right now I don't have any commentary going on. I mean, you don't have to talk all the time, but you know, if you guys want to talk about something in the chat, I'm all ears. Because I can't just sit here and play a game and make grunting sounds like, ugh, darn it. You know, can't do that all the time. So having people chat, text in my streams, like, that's good for me.
Nope. Ball. That's inside.
Strike three, sit down. You want to do a game?
That's a ball.
Can we save it for if I finish up the Jackie Robinson Day program? Can we save it for then? Strike three, sit down. I thought, I'm sorry. I misinterpreted what you were saying. I thought you were asking me if I wanted to play a 1v1 or co-op. You're asking, would you rather? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh, I could have advanced. Me? Okay, here's a good one. Would you rather see your team Would you rather see your team win the World Series once but never win it again for another 50, 60 years? Or would you rather see them make the playoffs for a decade only but get close to winning the World Series but always falling short? So, Hoopin, you want to see playoff consistency, okay? You want playoff consistency as well, Dodger, okay? Anyone else want to chime in? Strike three, sit down. Come on, Luis Heel. Strike three, sit down. I think in a coma. I'd rather be in a coma. I would never survive jail. Wow. So this is the way I look at it. If I go to jail, it means I committed a crime, and it also means I lose 5 years off of my life. And good luck trying to get back into society because there are going to be conditions for your for parole and probation, and if you don't meet those, you go back. So yeah, I'd rather be in a coma. Sure, maybe I won't live long after being in a coma for a decade, but you want to see what jail looks like or feels like? Dude, just watch Beyond Scared Straight and you'll see what it's like. It's not good. You, I'm shocked. I am shocked by your by that. I would never want to go to jail. Nope. Nope. Put me in a coma. Come on, stay fair. Stay fair. Come on, please. Ah, darn it. 4 feet outside the pole. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what your would you rather scenario be. By the way, my answer to mine, I would take the World Series and not make the playoffs for the next 50, 60 years. At least I could see a World Series championship. But to always fall short, like what happened with Phil Lee last year, I don't think I could put myself through that. Yeah, I might as well keep heel in here. Ooh. Well, since I'm in the news industry and I hear too many stories about commercial planes crashing or nearly colliding on the runways, I think I'd rather fly a helicopter. Plus, that's kind of vital to my profession, since it can. We need news choppers to be able to see scenes from up in the air. Strike three, sit down. So I think, me personally, I take the helicopter.
That's a ball.
I don't know. I kind of felt like that I thought planes go faster than helicopters. Let's see. Which is faster, a helicopter or a plane? Which is faster, a helicopter or a plane?
Helicopters travel at speeds much slower than airplanes, but the advancing rotor blade can exceed the speed of sound.
Yeah, planes are much faster than helicopters. That's kind of what I thought. Never been in one commercial plane because they were talking, you were on the news before in New Jersey, Wildwood, New Jersey. Should you allow wearing book bags on your back? Why is that a news story? I don't understand. Sounds like the next target is over here. What things? Well, I can't discard it. So I think you're telling me to equip it. That's what you're trying to tell me. Yeah, no, I'm not equipping it. I haven't even equipped the Mets profile icon either. Their banner. Me? Okay, let me think. Hmm. Trying to think. Okay. Wait, no. No. I don't think that. I don't think that works. Hmm. Okay, here's one. Would you rather see your local team or your sports team? Would you rather see them win a World Series, a Stanley Cup, an NBA championship, or a Super Bowl? So now you got multiple options there. Super Bowl, okay. Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I say Super Bowl. I'd like to see my Mets win the World Series, but I've never seen the Jets win a Super Bowl, and I think that's just I don't know what it is about the Super Bowl that makes it so much more special. Tennis and baseball. Wow, that's interesting. Well, tennis can be fun. I mean, you can they have some good tournaments. Like you could go watch you could come to New York and watch the US Open right across the right across the highway from Citi Field. I always wanted to go see the US Open, but I never could cuz it was like on the day when I was watching the Mets. And plus tickets can be expensive. Strike 3, sit down. Strike 3, sit down. Oof. Campanella, what are you swinging at?
Yep, that ball went out.
Excuse me. Jeez, I put it on rookie, yet I'm playing like I'm on veteran. So weird. All right, good luck.
Oh, that's upstairs. Ball, that's inside. Hey! Ball, that's
Oh,
inside.
come on, Mendez. Strike 3, sit down. Oh, you know what I did? I was playing franchise the other night, and and there was a massive trade. Strike 3, sit down. A massive trade. Jacob deGrom went to the White Sox, and the White Sox got Braden Montgomery and a couple other prospects as well. I saw that and I'm like, whoa, what a trade. No, well, I think I'd rather have no internet because if I don't have any electricity, I won't have any internet. So I kind of need the electricity to run other appliances like an oven, a microwave. You'd rather go without electricity. Wow. Okay. So no TV, no fridge, no oven, no microwave. I mean, you're basically either eating out or all the food that you buy has to be eaten then. No, I mean you could stick with no electricity. I'm just putting it into perspective, or I'm trying to anyway. Yep. Well, that's what my logic is. Like, I could do without internet. It'll suck, but there are other. This is the other thing too. There are other places that have internet. A library has to have internet. Town hall has to have internet. I mean, there are a lot of places you could go and have internet.
Ball, that's out.
Be invisible. See, I don't like that because then
Inside, ball one.
like if I could read people's minds, then I know what they'll think about me. And I don't like to deal with those thoughts. Whereas invisible, I mean people won't be able to see me, so strike three, sit out.
Ball, that's out.
Okay. All right, interesting. Okay, I've got a good one. Would you rather play one video game for the rest of your life, only one game, or would you rather play unlimited games, but you only have one day to be able to beat them? So essentially, it's you're play you get to play every video game known to man, but you don't have a lot of time to play it, or play the same video game forever. Nice. You'd rather play the same game over and over again? It is. Dang it. Ha, 42. I didn't even realize I did that. I think for me, I think I'd rather go option two, which is that was the one where you play unlimited amounts of video games, but you only have one day to beat it. Because I could not imagine playing the same video game over and over and over again. Okay, go ahead. That or you, unless Dodger has one, because now I think it's Dodger's turn. But if he'll let you do one, then okay, then do yours, Hoopin. Nice, Mule. Best sports athlete. I'd rather have people love me for what I do on the field or on the court than than be smart and have and either people not understand what it is that I'm saying or they think I'm arrogant. Man, I thought Andy Paez got a hold of that one. Strike three, sit down. Ooh, Monty definitely got a hold of that one. Oh, but it goes off the wall. Yeah, I did see that. Good thing Alvarez realized it. And also, good thing Kimbrel was smart enough to not throw the ball.
Safe. Ball one.
I mean, I liked what he did against the Dodgers on Monday. Or not on Monday. Yeah, on Monday. I don't think he's being given a fair chance by the Mets, personally. That may just be my opinion, but I don't think they're giving him a fair chance. I don't know why, because he certainly has to be better than Richard Lovelady. Like, but then again, last night they couldn't really use him because they were trying to keep it close. So I think if he has more impressive outings, I think he can be a stable. He can be, or he could be a key part of the Mets bullpen, because that veteran leadership is very crucial.
No. Inside.
Strike three, sit down.
Aye.
I'm not giving up on them. I just want to see some changes. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Strike three, sit down. Clearly, nothing. What the Mets have been doing is not working because they've lost a week worth of games. So something needs to change. Or are we just going to keep. The Mets were. The Mets were. I mean, Cohen has to be smart with his money. Can't just spend everything for whatever free agent you want. Although I think he's going to push for Tarek Skubal if he could.
Now he's in there. He's safe.
Strike 3, sit down. Okay? I mean, yeah, I'm calling for the Mets to fire Mendoza because I don't think he's a good manager. But it's not like I'm calling for David Stearns to be fired too. I just don't think he should be a general manager. I think, if anything, that should go to Carlos Beltran. I know a lot of Met fans are calling for Beltran to be the manager, but I would not go that far. I'd rather get a real manager in there. But either way, the biggest change I would make, Mendoza needs to go. That's just that is my opinion, but that's just how I feel. Michael Fulmer. All right, only a few more territories left. There we go. Norman Turkey Stearns. What about Mike Piazza? What else do I need to do here? I need to hit some home runs. I need more innings pitched. I need more parallel XP. Nah, Piazza doesn't want to do that, or I don't think he wants to. Still short of Satchel Paige. The way I see it, I think there's the collections, getting these three, and then getting Henry Aaron would essentially just get me to Satchel Paige. There's no other. There's nothing else to do. All right, we're gonna go play against the Rockies. Play versus. Ooh, do I have time? Ooh. Yeah, I've got. Maybe not. I need it to be quick. Crap. Um. Maybe just do a conquest game. I mean, I've been doing conquest freaking all freaking day. Yeah, it's not that I don't have time because I'm pushing this stream to 6:15, but like, am I gonna have enough progress to be able to finish out this program? That's what I'm worried about. I thought the map would help me for sure, but I guess not. No, that's fine. We'll just do this. See what we can do. I mean, the innings thing, that's going to get done. I'm getting off at 6:15. So I've got 35 minutes left. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw this either, but do you know the WWE superstar Danhausen? The guy that literally goes around and says, "You are cursed." Well, someone tagged him in a post on X saying, asking if he could if he could uncurse the Mets, he would put Danhausen's face on the side of his truck. So let's see. Let's see if it works. That would be the dumbest thing ever if literally the Mets start winning now because Danhausen uncursed them. Oh my god. I'd be done after that. I'd be like, I mean, I thought that I went through Grimace. Now we're relying on Danhausen to help us out. Jeez Louise.
Ball inside.
Watch, he's gonna come in here and he's gonna be like, "You are cursed." And now I'm not gonna have anyone show up in my streams anymore. Strike three, sit down. Strike three, sit down.
0-1. Ball, that's inside.
Although, truth be told, it's not the craziest thing in the world that luck has always been a part of the Mets history. If you think about it, 1969, the only reason they won that, well, they won it because the Cubs collapsed, but there was a time where a black cat ran in front of the Chicago Cubs dugout during a Mets game, and that's when the collapse began. And even in '86, the Mets had to rely on the curse of the Bambino to to get them to win '86. Babe Ruth must have been like, you think do I think Lindor's contract is a he's had good moments, he's had bad moments. I definitely think it's an overpay for him. I don't think it was worth it, at least worth the salary he's getting. But at the time, locking him up for 10 years created stability at the shortstop position, which is a position for a long time for the Mets post Jose Reyes that they had trouble having consistency on. So, it's just, I guess the real question is the value worth it? And honestly, right now, I'm having a hard time saying yes. Because I can only point back to 2024 as the time where the contract was worth it. The rest of the time, not so much. Yeah, he's had a 30-30. He's had 30-30 seasons every year since he's been on the Mets. Well, ever since, actually, that may not be true. Hold on. Okay, I'm wrong. He's had two 30-30 seasons. He had one in 2023 and 2025. Yeah, no, I mean, look, it's not impossible, but Shohei Ohtani's record, Shohei Ohtani's feat was unbelievable. You know, there's a reason why he was MVP in 2024. Although I personally would have given the MVP award last year to Kyle Schwarber, but clearly the writers disagreed with me.
He's out.
Strike three, sit down. All right, let's see if that was enough. I know the innings were enough. There we go. We got Henry Aaron. Wow, so I got that done a lot sooner than I thought I was gonna. Hmm. Well, I got 11 packs here. We're gonna save that for the end, and hopefully I can get Jacob deGrom. But I'm gonna have to sell a lot of these cards. All right. Why can I never get lucky and pull diamond in these packs? I get that it's not supposed to be easy, but it's ridiculous. I know. That's what I'm trying to do, but I'm not having much luck. Ooh, Javi Baez. I'm sorry. I keep laughing at the absurdity of Danhausen uncursing the Mets. I just it keeps being so funny to me. I don't know why. I guess because I look at it and I say, if this actually ends up happening, like Snell. Actually, I don't have Snell. Another Dodgers die. Another one. Oh my gosh. Now they're going to tell me I got Teoscar Hernandez. No! That would make me a bandwagon. No. Clearly not, unless this pack contains Jacob deGrom. It will not. Instead, I get Rap Dixon. So I think I'm going to have to put in a buy order for Jacob deGrom. I didn't want it to be so early, but I don't think I have much of a choice. Oops. Wrong one. There we go. Someone gave me Jacob deGrom. I still need Yamamoto and Otani. Just throwing that out there. Oh, now it's square. No longer. No longer X. See, now I could finish up the White Sox collection. In fact, maybe that's what I'll do. Boom. White Sox done. And we got Larry Doby for our troubles. Well, that's all I can add at this point. Alrighty. Well, can't really do much else. What do we need to do here? We need 5 wins, 60 total bases, Negro League Series players, 5,000 parallel XP, 2,500 with Award Series guys, 20 hits, 5 stolen bases, and 5 runs scored. Now, I know I said I was going to go till 215, but there's really nothing left for me to do. I completed the program. Or, I'm sorry, not 215, 615. But there's really nothing else for me to do. I guess I can go through my collection and see if I have any duplicates, but I don't think I do. Oh, that's the other thing. I pulled Aroldis Chapman. I pulled him. I forgot to mention that, so my bad. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find any duplicates. I see Grayson got Mookie. Yeah, I don't want to end it so soon, especially since I promised 215, but there's really nothing else for me to accomplish, and I don't want to start something now. So I think I'm just going to call it there. So thank you to everyone who tuned in, even if it was only for a moment. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTVNextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's on the left side of your screen there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. So overall, this was fun. A great tribute to Jackie Robinson and his efforts to break baseball's color barrier. I think it went by rather quickly. Had I started at 3 and gotten this done, I probably would have just hopped into the event just to do it. Or I could have done a couple more conquest games for Team Affinity because I still got to work on those. But overall, this was fun, and I'm glad I was able to do it. Tomorrow, we'll do the Jackie Robinson event program. Try to get, who is it? The Bismackie. Yeah, James Bismackie. I'll get the other 3 cards from Storylines. I'll get those cards, off stream, and then that way I can get, what's the collection reward? Yeah, Satchel Paige. So that way, tomorrow when I start, then I can just have Satchel Paige and the Rookie of the Year card. So I hope to see you all tomorrow, Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night.